Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and today we're going to be taking a look at another My Hero Academia figure. Some of you are probably already sick of this, and I don't blame you. I'm getting there myself. I'm tired of constantly taking down my nice display of my figures just to compare them and all that stuff, but it is the last one for now, thankfully. But then we also have the Bakugo from Amazing Yamaguchi coming out whenever. Probably like in another year or so. But today, we're going to be taking a look at the Figma Kirishima. Now, this was announced in the wave with Todoroki and Uraraka. And out of the three, this is the one I was looking forward to the least, but only by default. I just love Todoroki and I love Uraraka so much. But when I did see the pictures, I got excited for this. I was super stoked. And when I first got him, I was thinking, this might be one of the best figures in the set. But to be honest, all three figures are absolutely amazing. Like, I want to say they're the best out of all three. Like, they're amazing. But I guess the best way to put this is a pleasant surprise. This exceeded my expectations. This is actually a fantastic figure. Is it worth $100 though? Again, it's a tough bullet to bite, but if you like the Figmas, you probably already have them, or if you don't have them, I mean, if you're willing to pay for the money, you'll like what you get. But let's take it out of the box and let's take a closer look. And here is Red Riot himself, Kirishima. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like, every time, like the past couple of videos I've done, I say either Todoroki or Todoroki or Uraraka. I'm like, oh man, these figures are probably the best ones in the Figma line. And I want to say the same thing about this, but hear me out. I really think this one's probably the best one, articulation-wise, and even detail-wise. Like, Uraraka's still gonna be my favorite out of the line because she's just one of my favorite characters. But the amount of detail they put into this one is absolutely amazing. Like, for example, just look at the muscle tone. Like, look at that six-pack. Like, he is one sexy boy. He is amazing looking. And I was hoping we'd get this kind of detail with Bakugo, but we didn't. So the fact that we're getting it with Kirishima, honestly, we should have. It's really expected because of his powers and stuff. But he looks amazing. He looks absolutely amazing. And also, I love the gears. My favorite thing about them is here they actually give him more articulation, and they hide that ugly articulation with these gears. So they were able to pull off more than what a standard Figma could do. So I'm really happy about that. And this little line thing, I don't even know what this is, but I don't know. There's something about this I like so much. This is overall a fantastic character design, and it translates very well as an action figure, especially from Figma. Like, I've seen the one from McFarlane, and whew, he got a big forehead. But this figure, just look at him. Like, Figma does such a good job, especially with this new wave of the Figmas. Like, they've done an amazing job from translating it from anime to an action figure. Honestly, Midoriya and Bakugo look inferior to this next wave. Like, this, God, this looks so good. I like how, like, even his mask, like, it looks a little bit metallic too. It's a little bit disappointing that we can't take the mask really off. It's just always mask mode. They're always in their hero costumes. The only one that, like, has a difference is Uraraka. Uraraka can actually swap out her head, which honestly I'm really happy we can do that. So it was kind of bummer we didn't see it with this, but it still looks amazing though. And also, like, his little cape thing right here, these are articulated, so you can actually move these, so you don't have to worry about articulation being hindered by the legs all. But one of the joints on mine did break, so I had to replace that, but I couldn't find one in this maroon color, so I had to get like a brown one so it doesn't even match. But thankfully it's under, so you don't really see it, so it doesn't matter all that much. But still, it bothers me though, I'm not gonna lie. I should have got red, but it stuck out way too much. It was like a neon red. It was weird. But anyway, point is, be careful with this. Like, my Todoroki and this did break, but they were easy fixes, thankfully. But here they are. They look amazing. I love these figures so much. But let's also take a look at the articulation. So when it comes to Figma, it's mostly what you expect except for his shoulders. The shoulders are much better. So you can move the head anywhere you want. You got full movement. It's fantastic. But the shoulders, on the other hand, like, if you pop out this gear, which they're on ball sockets, and I get scared that they're going to break someday, which I'm pretty sure they're going to, so be careful about that. But look how ugly that joint is. But thankfully, again, the gear hides it really well. but you're able to extend that arm out as over the shoulder as much as you need to, except when it pops out right there. But point is, you got a lot more range compared to the other My Hero Figmas. Like, this is fantastic range. The gears do pop on and off relatively easily, so that gets a little bit annoying, no lie. But you still can move the arms extremely freely. Like, these things do not hinder from what I noticed. Like, you can still do as much as you need to. And so far, I haven't seen too much paint transfer, which, if it does, it's just lick your thumb, rub it off, and you'll be fine. And it still gets annoying now. But I haven't noticed any paint transfer yet. And then elbow bend, it's standard Figma affair. It is actually probably more than any other Figma in the line except for Uraraka. Uraraka and Kirishima are the only ones that are able to get this kind of bend, which it's weird, but it's whatever. The ab crunch is a little bit disappointing. You can only go forward, but yeah, like that much, which is fine. You get that gap, but when he's doing that, you're not going to be looking from the back anyway, so it's fine. But going back, on the other hand, oh wait, never mind. I take that back. It's not disappointing. Like, you can get back enough, I guess. It looks better than what Todoroki's like torso bend looks like, because there's not that many noticeable gaps. Like, he hides it all really well. And then the hips seem to be very stiff. I can't really move it all that much. I think it's like it's only in up here. Like, I can't really move down to here all that much. So that's disappointing. And then, like I said, the flaps move, but be careful because these joints seem to be kind of fragile. But if you do break these for some reason, they're standard like elbow joints from Figma's, so you can just order a new set online and just replace them. It's a little bit of surgery, but putting them in, it's not that bad. The legs, you can do a split almost, so you got plenty of movement there. You can go forward, and this is very flexible, so you don't have to worry about that hindering the movement. And you can go back as far as this goes up, and then we get about a 90-degree bend or so, a little bit, yeah, about 90 degrees on the knee because of how bulky those legs are. So you kind of got to expect that, and it's still good movement. Like, this is what I would expect out of it. Then we got those cankles, so you can move them wherever you want. Even got a little bit of a pivot in there. And then we got that toe bend. Yeah, because every hero needs a toe bend. I think out of all the Figmas for My Hero Academia, I feel like he is definitely going to be the most dynamic when it comes to articulation. Uraraka is going to be up there too, but I think this one's definitely the most dynamic Figma out of all of them. I feel like this is the best like superhero action figure out of all of these. But now let's take a look at accessories. We're going to start with the faces. We got this standard face right here, and it's gorgeous. We got this absolutely adorable smiling face. And then we got this bulked up, like, muscular face that he's fighting, and you see the cracks in there. He got his powers going. When it comes to hands, we got standard fists, we got a thumbs up, some relaxed hands, which to be honest is probably like the best looking relaxed hands like throughout the whole Figma line. Some gripping hands. But here's what's neat about Kirishima. He actually also has swappable forearms with his muscles, superpowers going through, which they're somewhat easy to exchange. So you gotta hold the joint with your thumbnail, all right, and then pull it out, and then you take out the peg on this one, and then you just slip it right in place. Easy slip, but also be careful so you don't snap the joints, and there it is. And he also has a different fist on it that has like the powers like reflecting on that. And then we have somewhat open angled hands to reflect with the superpowered forearms as well. Here's how he stands compared to Midoriya and Bakugo, as well as Todoroki and Uraraka. Here he stands next to amazing Yamaguchi Midoriya, and then All Might is still a monster next to him. So overall, what are my thoughts on this figure? This is definitely one of those figures that actually ends up being better than Nendoroid. So if you have the money to fork up for this, it's definitely worth the money, kinda. Like, it's expensive. I wish it was like a $60 to $70 figure at most, but unfortunately it's going upwards to $100. But it's definitely amazing. It's one of the better My Hero Academia Figmas. If you have the money to get it, get it. You won't regret it. He is absolutely amazing. Normally with other ones, I'd say, oh, you might as well go with a Nendoroid or other stuff like that. But this one is definitely like almost bang for your buck. And if you got some other effect parts as well, you can make him look amazing. If for some reason there's a sale, or you go for the Amazon credit card and save like 20 bucks, then yeah, definitely go for him. He's definitely worth it. 100 is a bit hard to swallow, but you definitely see it when you have it. Like, it's definitely, you see the $100 built into there. Like, this is an amazing figure. And that's it for the figure review, guys. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. And if you like the pictures that you see on screen right now, you can follow my Instagram. There's a bunch of more pictures, especially of My Hero Academia figures on there. And if you did hear a roaring in the background towards the later half of the review, I apologize. I live next to a furnace, and when we need heat, it gets really warm in here. And unfortunately, this is the only time I have to record this figure review, so I have to deal with it. So, I'm sorry. But anyway, let me know in the comments, are you picking this figure up? And if you do want to pick it up, there will be links in the description so you can pick it up for yourself. And thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. So, peace.